So coming to this section with physical examination, as you all know, a patient with diabetes mellitus may present with different sort of examination, physical examination. So it's very necessary to rule out all of those things with the help of examining the patient very thoroughly, having different sorts of examination. So we'll be talking about those in detail. So, first of all, the height, weight, and the BMI. As you all know, obesity could be one of the factors why a patient might develop with type 2 diabetes mellitus. So, it's very necessary to record his height, weight, and then ultimately record his BMI. To record his high blood pressure, to if, for example, if the patient has blood pressure and it is one of the reasons why a patient might present with type 2 diabetes mellitus, so it's very necessary to rule out any other major disorders. Ophthalmoscopic examination is very necessary because the patient might present with blurred vision, and as you all know, the complication of diabetes mellitus is that it eventually affects the eyes, so this is very necessary. An oral examination. Thyroid palpation, as you know, that type 1 diabetes mellitus is an autoimmune disorder, and the patient might present with different sorts of autoimmune disorders, which could include a thyroid. So it's very necessary to palpate the thyroid. Having a very thorough cardiac examination to check different pulses, which includes the peripheral pulses, the radial pulse, and the dorsalis pedis. Having abdominal examination, as the patient also presents with nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain, so it's very necessary to rule out any other abdominal disorder. Skin, the patient might present with dry skin and decreased skin turgor, specifically in patients with diabetic ketoacidosis. So it's very necessary to examine the skin. And ultimately, the neurological examination is very important, as the patient might have complications which includes the nerves, the peripheral nerves. So it's very necessary to have a very thorough neurological peripheral examination, which could include the arms and the legs. So what are the features of the interim physical examination? The list includes weight and BMI, which is the same as the previous physical examination. Checking the patient if he has any sort of obesity, if he's overweight, or if he's underweight. Fundoscopic examination, as we've mentioned this before, patient might present with blurred vision or any decreased eyesight. So this is very necessary as it's one of the complications of diabetes mellitus. Blood pressure, as you all know, that blood pressure and diabetes mellitus might coexist, and it's very necessary to examine the patient if he has any sort of high blood pressure. Cardiac examination, the patient with obesity could be having any other cardiovascular diseases such as atherosclerosis, so it's very necessary to have a thorough cardiac examination. Brief skin examination, like I mentioned, skin turgor. And then foot evaluation, which is the neurological examination to see if his peripheral nerves are being affected because of diabetes mellitus or not. The patient might also present with symptoms such as numbness and tingling, so that is very necessary to rule out. So these are all the list of examinations that is very necessary in a patient with diabetes mellitus.